Good morning, amazing people. Welcome to Well Done Wednesday. I hope you're feeling good. It's the middle of the week, and my message today is about setting a goal that's so big that it excites you. So set a goal that's so big that it excites you. Do put any comments or anything you'd like to interact with me in the chat box. It's not so cold and not so dark this morning here in London, which is great. But yeah, set a goal so big that it excites you. So on my Life Remix calendar, we've got the Life Remix calendars here, last few that are available, but it says set a goal so big that it scares you, and Life Remixed is out this month. Set a goal so big that it scares you, and Life Remixed is out this month. Yeah, I'm going through a full range of emotions at the moment about this. It's incredible. Wonderful things are happening. But do set that goal that's so big that it scares you, and I'll explain why. If you want to share anything in the chat box, please do. You want to say hi. Gary's here. Here's Gary. Morning, Gary. Thank you, mate. Thanks for saying hello. Really appreciate it. Yeah, setting a goal that's so big that you're kind of like, wow, what's going on? So let me read you a couple of things that are on my mind today. So this is from a guy called Lou Holtz, who's a great American football coach. And he said, if you're bored with life, if you do not get up every morning with a burning desire to do things, you don't have enough goals. If you're bored with life and you do not get up every morning with a burning desire to do things, you do not have enough goals. So what are you doing about your goal setting, right? In other words, if you don't have enough targets that you're shooting for, if you're not really like, yeah, jump out of bed, yeah, another day, let's go. Yeah, if you haven't got goals that are so big to get you going every morning, if you first wake up, you might be a bit like, oh, another day, here we go. So you need to think about this, right? Do your goals really, really excite you? Have you even got any goals? Most people set a New Year's resolution and then they don't actually live to it. It's gone by the end of January. As we go into February now. So when you first wake up, think about your goal, think about what you're working for. Why are you doing it? And get up and get moving. If you haven't set goals that excite you, then I suggest you start doing it. All right. What are you working towards today? And why did you get up today? All right. There we go. We've got Stephen Lofty. Here he is. Hello, Loft. Thanks, mate. Thanks for being here. Looking forward to our interview with the Flying Records chaps tonight. We've got Lofty, who's online now. We've also got Rocky and Keith Matthews and myself. It's going to be a fun interview with some reminiscing, and it's going to be some interesting time shared and some things that went on in the background while we were working away and Flying Records for all those years back in the day. So morning, Loft. Great to have you on board. But yeah, set your goals that excite you. Get yourselves up in the morning. You might want to reevaluate your goals at the moment. What are you shooting for? What are you going for? You can't set a goal too high if you're working with the universal laws that I was talking about last night. Now, my goals have just been hit, left, right, and center at the moment. I set the goal 10 years ago to write Life Remixed, to put it out, to be able to then public speak about the book and help people. That's what I did. I set that goal 10 years ago. It's happening. It's actually happening. The bottom line is that I'd love to be able to help you reach your goals. So, you need to be setting your goals and thinking about what really gets you buzzing, what gets you really excited. It's very, very important. Every book, every seminar, if you come to a Life Remixed event that we're going to put on or anything like that, everyone stresses the importance of having a goal to work towards, and it's got to be the right goal that gets you absolutely buzzing, right? It can't be someone else's goal. Please don't let it be someone else's goal. Have your goal and work towards. If you're in a couple, find those goals together and work on them together. And then you must put your heart and soul into it, right? You must be persistent. If you're not being persistent with your goal, then you're just like, didn't do it. It didn't happen. Didn't make it, No, let's set some 90-day goals, let's set some 3 months, right? In 3 months time, I've done X, Y, Z, and you can move that forward. And over the piece of like a decade, or less, but, at the end of the day, if you're just doing that every 90 days, you're just setting goals and achieving them and setting goals and achieving them and setting goals and achieving them. I did that from bankruptcy to where I am today. It's not an accident. It's not an accident. I just kept setting goals. I did it with the marathon running. I did it with my finances. I did it with my relationships, business and personal. I did it the whole way through, and I just kept setting those goals. And every time I hit the goal, I was like, yes, right, that's great. What's next? And I just completely made this nice life for myself, this great life for myself. And I promise you, it's open to you as well. You can do it, even if you're going through the toughest times right now. And I know there's people out there that are going through tough times. I understand that. However, the way to get out of it is to start setting some goals, have a vision, have a purpose, but set some goals. Get moving. Okay. Thing is, no one can tell you what the gestation period might be between the conception of your idea and the realization and materialization of the goal. It takes as long as it takes. You can put some time limits on it, and you can say, right, in 90 days, I'll have done this. In 12 months, I'll have done this. In 3, 5, and 10 years, I'll have done this. And it happens. But so many people don't bother. So many people just sort of like go through life, you know. Bob Proctor, one of my mentors, who's absolutely one of my mentors, Bob Proctor, who's absolutely been amazing, setting my goals and helping me, and then obviously endorsing Life Remixed. He just says at the end of the day, you know, you've got to set these goals, and the gestation period takes as long as it takes. I've got a couple more here. Heather's on board. Good morning, Heather. Hi, great to have you here. I'm looking forward to you being online tonight for the Flying Records interview as well. I hope you're going to love it. You're going to see Rocky Lofty and Keith Matthews with us as well. If you've got any questions, or if Dean wants to throw any questions in, then please do. It would be amazing to hear from you guys, or just any memories, you know, any memories or anything that you think that needs to be on the screen like this. Then I'm going to put you up there, because the four of us are going to be having a giggle and reminiscing about a few good times in the record shop, you know. Matt's here. Live life without limitation. Exactly right. What actually happens is we limit ourselves, don't we? You know, we limit ourselves to say, well, you know, I can earn 40 grand a year. I can earn 40 grand a year. That's all right. You know, I mean, I remember actually sitting down and working out at 40 grand a year. If that's the salary you're earning, I think it comes out at about £18 an hour. You know, that's not enough. You're worth way more than that. But most people they're just on the wheel, they're a mouse on the wheel. They're just doing a bit more. You know, I paid a woman who cleans my house £12 an hour. And she's lovely. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you are worth so much more. So, yeah, live without limitation. Let's go for it. You know, let's go for it. Let's make things happen, you know. But you must have a nice solid foundation first. You get the foundation first, and then you go for it. And you set goals that are big, that excite you, to get you buzzing, that get you like, right, you know, okay, I'm up, I'm out of bed, let's go again, you know. And I just do it every day. And every day for me is just a fun day. It's just a fun day to be alive. It only happened though. I didn't used to live this way. It only happened because of the depths that I sank to. And as I said here, you know, set a goal that's so big. You see that? Set a goal that's so big that it scares you. Yeah. Life Remixed is coming out this month. I just have to pinch myself, you know, with everything that's going on. I have to make sure this is real. So it's amazing. But yeah, live without limitations. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Okay. Because no one knows how long it's going to take. You will have some input in that, and the more effort you put into it, the more energy you put into it, then the more you're going to grow, and you're going to get there. But the most important thing about a goal is not necessarily reaching it. That's the weird one, right? Here we go. This is brilliant. This is great. Exactly right. I can't see who you are, but I love the fact that it says break big goals into multiple objectives to keep moving forward. Absolutely right. And that, for me, is where multiple sources of income come from. Because once you start to put it into multiple objectives, you can then start to go, okay, well, I'm moving forward in this area and this area and this area and this area. I'm doing some work with Equilibria and E-Colours in the corporate world. I'm working with Kevin Green and his clients here in the UK, and we're coaching them to business. I mean, I'm seeing people like transform over like a 2-year period, transform their lives. It's incredible. And then, you know, Life Remixed, and we're reaching people with the book. Is all this amazing stuff that's going on. It's not accident, because break big goals into multiple objectives and keep moving forward. So thank you for sharing. That's absolutely fantastic. The big goals, the really big goals, take as long as they take. Yeah. Once you've got that vision and that goal, it's set, and it takes as long as it takes. And for Life Remixed, it's been 10 years. My next book must be much quicker. But the most important thing about a goal is not necessarily reaching it, although that's very, very important. It's actually about the person that you become. It's about the person that you grow into, the person that you become while you experience the growth towards the goal. So while you're pursuing that goal, while you're going for it, you become a different kind of person. you have faith. You choose to have faith in what you're doing, in yourself, and you have absolute faith. Then you go for personal growth, because you go through this whole thing about faith development. You have a really important quality, which is called persistence. And if you read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, I've got my copy just down here next to Kevin Green's book, The Rich Rules, and Bob Proctor, It's Not About the Money, and all these amazing books I've got here. They're all talking about persistence, persistence, persistence. You must persist. And, by the way, enjoy it. You must absolutely enjoy the journey. Otherwise, what's the point? Enjoy what you're doing. I was talking with a friend the other day, and we were talking about, sometimes the challenges in our work and our job. And there was a quote that was said, which was basically, it's like pushing something uphill. That's not really the best way to live your life if you're trying to do something that is really hard work and you don't particularly love it for not much money. So I'm here to help. Life Remixed, I know, is going to help. We were literally just last night doing the layout, the back cover copy, putting all the endorsements into place and everything until late last night, which is why I might be a bit drowsy today. But it's all happening, and it's going to really going to help a lot of people. So I'm going to move on to a second point now, because I think this is really important, and I think this is something that a lot of people could benefit from. This is from a book called The Way of the Superior Man. Can't see that. Yeah, The Way of the Superior Man by David Dida. Okay, and many people are put off by the title of this. Please don't be. Please don't be, because it is absolutely wonderful. Tony Robbins recommends this book, and there's a quote here from Marcy Shimoff, who's also endorsed Life Remixed. There's a quote here from Marcy Shimoff, who's co-author of Chicken Soup for the Woman's Soul. So any of you ladies listening, if you'd like, or watching, if you'd like to get a copy of Chicken Soup for the Woman's Soul, that's an amazing book as well. Marcy says, as a woman, I've never felt so understood and validated. So it's an important book, this, The Way of the Superior Man. It's not about being better than someone else. It's about superior, as in, rather, I used to be a mediocre man when I was younger, and I've worked really hard on myself, and I've become a better version of myself, therefore a superior version of the old me, right? But this first bit here is really, really important, okay? Because he says in here, stop hoping for a completion of anything in life. Say it again, stop hoping for a completion of anything in life. Because that's true, it never ends. Life is just a series of moments, and our skill is to live in the moment. The more that we can live in the moment, the happier we will be. And that's something I talked about last night with the happiness chapter in Life Remixed. You can watch all these back on the YouTube channel. They stay up there for time, so you can go back and watch anything that you would like to watch. Just go to youtube.com/Mark Wilkinson official. But listen to this. This is really important. It's never going to be over, so stop waiting for the good stuff. As of now, spend a minimum of 1 hour a day doing whatever you are waiting to do until your finances are more secure, or until the children have grown and left home, or until you have finished your obligations and you feel free to do what you would really want to do. Don't wait any longer. Don't wait any longer. Go for it, okay? Spend an hour a day minimum doing something that you would love to do. Even if you're having to spend 8 hours doing something you don't love to do, spend an hour a day doing something you would love to do, okay? Don't believe in the myth of one day everything will be different. Do what you love to do, what you are waiting to do, and what you've been born to do it now. Okay? Get started. I think it was Martin Luther King said, you don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take the first step. An hour a day. That's all I'm saying. Start going for it. Spend an hour a day, spend at least 1 hour a day doing whatever you simply love to do, what you deeply feel you need to do in your heart, in spite of the daily duties that constrain you. However, this is a bit of a caveat. However, be forewarned. You may discover that you don't or can't do it, or that in fact your fantasy of this future life is simply a fantasy. But hey, find out. Find out for yourselves. Put an hour aside and do something you would love to do every single day for the next 90 days, and then come back and talk to me and see how far you've got. It'd be great. Most postponements are an excuse for a lack of creativity or discipline. And we're reading here from David Dida's book, The Way of the Superior Man. Most postponements are excuses for a lack of creative discipline. Limited money and family obligations have never stopped a man or a person, have never stopped a person who really wanted to do something. although they provide excuses for someone who is not really up to the creative challenge in the first place. Find out today what you are willing to do and what it takes for you to give your gift fully to the world. Okay. As a first step, spend at least an hour today giving your fullest gift. That's doing what you would exactly love to do. Whatever it is for today, so that you can go to sleep tonight and you know you couldn't have lived your day with more courage, with more creativity and more giving. So important. Such important words in this Way of the Superior Man book, okay, by David Deida. Very good for women as well. Great for all people just to understand a bit more about the play between masculine and feminine. And wait, I'm made up 50% mum and 50% dad. And that's the masculine and feminine within me. I'm going to cover more about that in the Life Remixed relationship chapter, which is coming up in the next 2 weeks on a Tuesday evening. So get over those myths. Put things to the side. Spend an hour a day doing something you would really, dearly love to do. Okay, and don't be put off. Don't come up with excuses. I think it's Arnold Schwarzenegger said you can have results or excuses, but you can't have both. If you've got any comments as well, guys, do pop them in the chat box. I'm here to listen as well as share. And let's just before I go, let's do a few more little things in the Road to Success. This tiny little book here by Helen Exley is full of the best quotations on success from the greatest leaders and thinkers. One day I hope that I'll be in here. Anyway, so optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Do you like that? Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Really good. Really good. Love that. Love that. This one here from Sir Edward Appleton says, I rate enthusiasm even above professional skill. I heard a very wise man say to me once, very senior guy, he said to me, I only hire attitude because everything else I can train. If you've got someone who turns up to work with you and they've got a really poor attitude, you can't change it. You can't change them. Only they can change them. If they've got that poor attitude, then you're going to struggle. Yeah. But if you hire someone who's got some skills and got a great attitude, he's like, yeah, I want to learn. Show me. Let's get going. Let's get moving. If you hire that person, yeah, it's going to be uplifted. It's going to be awesome. So do think about that. Do become aware. Here we go. Everyone is enthusiastic at times, and you all know if something good happens, you perceive something good that happens outside of you, and it comes into your life, like a new job, new money, something that goes on. You feel great. You're like, yeah, great. This is great. You can be enthusiastic then. Of course you can. Everyone is enthusiastic at times. One person has enthusiasm for 30 minutes. Another has it for 30 days. But it is the one who has it for 30 years who makes a success of life. Yeah, 30 years of enthusiasm. That's my challenge to you today. All right, 30 years of enthusiasm. You've got it in you. I know you can do it. You're going to be on this planet, I hope, for another 30, 40, 50 years. I'm asking you to come up with 30 years of enthusiasm. So I'm sure you can do it. I hope that's been helpful this morning, guys. Thank you for interacting. Thanks for being on board. What I would say is just recap. Just remember, set a goal that's so big that it excites you. Okay. Don't make anything an excuse, your family or lack of money or anything like that. You have the energy within you to make a start today. So make a start today and get on with it. All right. And then just remember 30 years of enthusiasm. So those are today's bullet points. All right. You've got this. You can do it. Do share the video around wherever you would like to do it. Life Remixed is out on February the 23rd. Can't believe it. This month is actually going to happen. Incredible. Tonight, I'm going to be back with all the chaps from Flying Records. We're going to reminisce a bit more about those days in Kensington Market. Those of you that remember that, the smell of joss sticks. Hang on, I've got a couple more comments in here. Thank you, Connor. Connor's jumping up. Good morning, mate. The Way of the Superior Man is a great read. Thank you, Connor. Brilliant. Top man. I'm glad you're reading it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It is a fantastic read, and there's a lot to learn in there for men and women, masculine and feminine. Really important. And then Lofty, yeah, see you later, mate. Yeah, I can't wait to see you tonight, mate. It's going to be great. It's going to be Lofty, Rocky, Keith Matthews, whose dad used to actually run Kensington Market as well. His dad was a bit of a legend, Colin. So that's going to be cool. And it was some happy times in our lives, and I hope you're all going to share some great memories. The smell of joss sticks, the sound of tapes from New York getting played, some Italian house music there in the background, and so we had some amazing times there, and we were actually reminiscing. Dave says, "I'm listening, Mike." Hi, Dave. How are you, mate? Fantastic. I hope all's well in your world, my friend. It's great to have you here as well. So tonight we're going to be online with the Flying Records chats, reminiscing about a few things. Just remember all those days. Sign of the Times were in there, weren't they? There was Johnson and Wendy next door to us with all those Tony Humphries tapes. There was some incredible characters. There were some incredible characters around Kensington Market at the time. And last night we were just reminiscing. We were just putting them all out there. And I can't wait to share you the story of Lofty's terrible Tottenham tattoo. It's terrible. So that's going to be fun. And yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So look, Life Remix coming out soon. Nothing but gratitude and appreciation for you guys. I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful day. Do watch this video back, because there'll be some stuff in here. If you haven't seen it live, watch it back, because there'll be some stuff in here that can really, really help and get you moving. Other than that, well done Wednesday. It was a shocker, Loft. That tattoo was a shocker. It was like a banana. He had to spend thousands getting it covered up. But anyway, it's a whole other thing. He had a Tottenham banana on his arm, and it was just like... That's permanent, by the way, Loft, yeah? Anyway, amazing stuff. Lots of happy memories from the record shop days. So tonight, 7:30 p.m, back online for the final time this week. It's going to be amazing. Some of the Flying Records chaps are going to be with me. I know a lot of people are going to tune in. And we're going to have a right little trip down memory lane. So if you've got comments, you see that I can actually put you up on the screen. So we had Gary this morning, Steve, Heather, Matt Hollister, Dave Jarvis, Connor, all of you guys jumping in, and it's well covered now. But I'm going to ask you tonight, Loft, prepare yourself. How much did you spend covering it up? Bonkers. The Tottenham banana on your arm, brilliant. Right, listen, love you and leave it now. That's it. I'll see you tonight at 7:30 p.m. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Big love. See ya.